A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died.
Kim was not found unresponsive in bed. She was discovered on the bathroom floor. If they found her in bed, then she was strategically placed there.
Kim probably told all that shit in her book, you understand, that up and got missing the day she died. You understand what I'm saying?
The chatter around Columbus is that Kim's family is seeking legal advice and is unequivocally in pursuit to slap Diddy with a lawsuit for wrongful.
Diddy's top dog position is in trouble. Karma has finally caught up to him by bringing all his evil deeds to light. The mystery of Kim Porter's death is soon to be investigated again. Diddy's baby mama died under mysterious circumstances, and many believe there was more to it than that's being let on. Well, for years, people have been looking into Kim's cold case. Recently, a whistleblower revealed that Kim's case was finally getting reopened. Keep your wits, Diddy, because you're in for a rough ride. We've got all the deets, so let's get into it. Recently, word on the street is that Kim Porter's family and friends are pushing for the case of her untimely death to be reopened. Interestingly, sources claim that the driving force behind the movement is Kim's best friend, Kimora Lee. Now, we all saw how devastatingly sad Kimora looked on the unfortunate day. She knew Kim for her lively personality, so this news was understandingly tumultuous for her. According to Hollywood Life, the fashion designer and BFF to Kim was seen crying outside of her late friend's home, and the pictures are crushing. Kimora was seen sobbing outside the Los Angeles home where her friend had lived as a coroner carried away her body. In one particular photo, Kimora can be seen standing with her hand over her mouth, attempting to hold back tears. Well, it looks like Kimora has finally broken her silence on her best friend's alleged murder and is eagerly trying to find the clues. She, along with Kim Porter's family members, is looking to seek legal advice. The shocking update was provided by a very close family friend of Kim Porter.
The chatter around Columbus is that Kim's family is seeking legal advice and is unequivocally in pursuit to slap Diddy with a lawsuit for wrongful.
The fans believe that there is a 100% possibility that Kimora Lee knows some sinister things. Nobody believes Kim Porter just up and mysteriously died. What I'll never forget was that Kimora Lee Simmons was on the scene when this happened. She was kind of a bystander in the background camera. She looked like she'd been crying, but more importantly, she looked very frightened. I said to myself, she knows something. To add to that, majority of the people believe that Kim's death was misdiagnosed. Well, as you might remember, Kim's death diagnosis was itself a big ordeal. The first coroner's report stated that toxins were found in her body and the cause of death couldn't be determined. But the first coroner mysteriously fell off the map, and the successive coroner reported the cause of death as lobar pneumonia. The Fink of the entertainment industry, Jaguar Wright, had said it best.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide and they found toxins in her.
She then alluded to the fact that there are some poisons that cause pneumonia-like symptoms.
We have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
Slightly pointing to the fact that Diddy was involved in the case in one way or another. But the most disturbing thing about the case is that the first coroner was found dead after publicizing his findings about Kim Porter's death. The news was broken by Tuffy News TV.
From the information that I've received, I've been told that he was the head of the snake into the investigation of the passing of Kim Porter. And not only that, y'all, he was the one who initially found something problematic.
But this was not the only information Tuffy was able to uncover thanks to his informants inside the industry. Tuffy explained that he received an email from one of his followers that explained that Kim Porter allegedly was trying to get in contact with her own doctor, but she was not able to do so, which caused her to make the biggest mistake of her life. Sources stated that after waiting in vain for the doctor to get back to her, she shared her dilemma with the father of her daughters, who referred her to another doctor of his choice. And as you all know, they did not save her. But surprisingly, Kim did have an inkling of what was going on. So she allegedly sent a group text to all her close friends saying, "He got me." But the phone was confiscated by the security team brought by Diddy when he got to Kim's house after she died. There's also another reason why people believe that Diddy was responsible for Kim Porter's death. Basically, Diddy was a serial cheater. Sources reported that he cheated on Kim with her best friend at the time, namely Sarah Chapman. Sarah got pregnant around the same time as Kim, and it simply broke her to pieces. The huge trauma took a visible toll on her health. And adding insult to injury, Diddy was flaunting his mistress to the public like a trophy that in turn made Kim's life even more miserable. Diddy made sure to shower his mistress with expensive gifts day and night. Another interesting aspect, Kim's friends found out that the said doctor who treated Kim Porter denied that he had any contact with Kim Porter in her last days of misery. Now, that's utter BS, because we know that no one with financial security would hesitate in calling for help when they feel under the weather. The rumor mill declares that Kim couldn't reach the doctor because someone else got to him before she could. Now, you might be wondering why Diddy would go after Kim so relentlessly. Well, you might remember that Kim was working on a tell-all book, which disappeared after she died. Gene Deal speculates that it was the main reason behind her demise, because Diddy's secrets must have been included in the book.
Kim know all his deepest secrets. Kim knew why he was using the butt plugs. Kim probably told all that shit in her book. You understand? That up and got missing the day she died. You understand what I'm saying?
And the fans are right beside Gene on that one. Kim Porter had videos, texts, phone recordings, witness testimony, etc. of Diddy being gay. She was in the middle of writing a tell-all book before her passing. Diddy was terrified on a daily basis because he was losing control over Kim, and he knew she had all of his tea. But the thing is, Diddy still has too much influence in the industry. An inconspicuous informant told that Diddy has successfully stopped Kim's book from seeing the light of day. According to them, he slammed the parties with lawsuits because they included information regarding his backhanded dealings. Despite all these setbacks, the fans are utterly overjoyed at Kim Porter's family for their efforts to bring justice to Kim Porter. I'm so happy to hear her family believe how Kim died. I feel God sent help to them, and those girls will need them when the real truth comes out, just as sure as their father's sexual orientation is coming out. I believe Kim's book had all the truth in it, and her life was cut short to keep her from telling it. Then these new cars for her daughters are like buying their love, but when they find out the truth of their mom's death, those cars won't mean a thing to them, and they will want to get far away from him, and he knows they will have his days numbered up here in Hollywood. In his now deleted post, Kim Porter's ex-boyfriend and father to her eldest son, Albie Shore, suggested that Porter was running from something prior to her passing, and that he encouraged her to call the FBI for help. She sent me the saying, life imitating art, art imitating life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said, call the FBI. It was last summer that the 53-year-old producer publicly cast doubt on the cause and manner of the model/actress's death, claiming in a since-deleted video that she was actually murdered. Just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady KP's, aka Kim Porter's murder, and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I had no clue, but I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia, he insisted. That's some bullshit. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in a fantastic health as well, laughing, seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here. As you could hear yourself, these are very bold claims that Albie Shore was making. So Diddy's cronies put them to sleep by allegedly forcing Al to delete his posts. Along with Al, Kimura, who also loved Kim dearly, posted on Instagram to pay tribute to her long-lost friend, saying, "You're a great mama. Between us, we have 8 kids who are all cousins. We are and will always be a family. I will look after yours, and you will look after and guide us all. What a beautiful, loving, sassy soul to have lost. We love you forever. May God bless your journey. We will never stop crying for you." Well, including Kimura's undying efforts to bring Kim to justice, Al's statements, and Diddy's sketchy behavior, who knows if the case is reopened? There are chances of many of Diddy's skeletons will be uncovered. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.